a Targaryen, alone in the world. What a terrible thing. And I don't even have a damn dragon. Hola, mi gente. Greetings, ¿cómo estamos? How are we? It's Che Alexander here. La negratienesazon of SprinkledSazon. Apothecary and Botanica. How are you? How do you do? I hope that you're well as always. Gemini, I'm coming to you with this new moon in Sagittarius reading. Okay, one time for your mind. The new moon moved into Sagittarius at 1:21 on December 1st. So depending on where you are in the world, that was November 30th moving into the 1st and Sunday into Monday. I don't know shit about the world clock. Maybe it was Saturday into Sunday for some people. But on Monday into Tuesday. Time is not linear and doesn't make any sense to me. And I don't get time zones. But anyway, the point is that we are sitting in the thick of this new moon in Sagittarius. And Mercury also moved into Sagittarius on Monday, last Monday, the 25th. Mars will be moving into Leo, retrograding into Leo, excuse me, on December 6th. And there's a lot of jam-packed astrology. I will do a weekly forecast about that. Venus is changing signs into Aquarius. We're starting the new year with some very impactful and insightful energy. The outer planets that govern us are shifting into new signs, which is bringing new energy and perspectives to the collectives, and of course to us individually, because we make the collective obviously, right? Now Gemini, being an air sign similar to Aquarius, your mutable energy one and your air energy, your air element, is a community element, right? Where we are centered. I say we because I have a Gemini stellium. Gemini energy is centered on how do we take the information of the collective, really glean it, extract what's most important, and then repackage it, remarket it in a way that serves everyone and not just the person or the small group that we got it from, right? So Aquarius, being the cerebral mind of the air element, is really good at finding the community and bringing them together, right? Libra, the other air element, is really good at, the cardinal air element, is really good at harmonizing that community, because we know that community can be difficult to manage, right? There's a lot of intense energies. There's personalities and experiences and communication styles and attachment styles. So Libra is good at harmonizing those units that Aquarius brings together. And Gemini, your focus is the communication within those networks, making sure that information is received and disseminated properly, making sure that the right words are being used. Gemini and the collective, you are the speechwriters and the politicians and the spokespeople, right? And so Uranus is moving into your sign in, I want to say April, it is, in 2025. Pluto is already in Aquarius, and then Venus will be in Aquarius as we start the year. So already a lot of heavy air energy that we can expect. Now, this compacted fire energy that we're sitting in during this Mercury and Mars retrograde, because it's in Leo, which is another fire sign, and Sagittarius is also a fire sign. We are being asked under this moon here, as we expand our minds, to think about how the collective is about to shift with new presidential figures, which also will come with new policies and new expectations for how society should conduct ourselves. All the work that you've done this past year, what needs to be revised, rewritten, reconsidered, that you cannot take into 2025 with you? Because understand that once we flip that page on the calendar, once the clock shifts and it says January 1, the cosmos has reset its clock. And so the task list from yesterday will need to be re-altered. What you didn't get to do yesterday, is it going to be added to today's list? Or are you saying it's a moot task altogether? I missed the deadline. I can't exert my energy anymore toward this thing. This is a period of revision. This is not a new moon of expansion in the way that we're bringing newness in, anything new, any new contracts, new people, because remember, Mercury is retrograding, and then Mars also retrograding means that our regular ability to assess conflict, to maybe cool ourselves down, may be stunted, because Mars in retrograde, where let's say you have a neutral kind of style to conflict, you are not so quick to react. Well, in Mars retrograde, you might be. You might say, you know what, I've been the bigger person enough. It's time to respond quickly. People have mistaken my kindness for weakness. Or adversely, you may be a person who is quicker to assess conflict. And in this retrograde, that skill may be stunted. And so you miss something that you could have prevented by previously being more alert, right? So this is not a good time for us to begin new relationships or figure out, like start new businesses or start in places where we have to learn new landscapes, because our understanding and our discernment is a little bit off kilter with these retrogrades and this retrograde energy, right? And then Venus moving into Aquarius will help us to see our perspectives with how we communicate our pleasure or displeasure with people, what aesthetically pleases us. There's just a lot of different shifts. So let's say you were starting a new business and you signed a new contract and you got a new building. Well, how you feel about how this place should be decorated or even what this location is may shift once Venus moves into Aquarius, right? Because again, aesthetically, you have a broader vision. Or maybe you're thinking about how to house more people because Venus in Aquarius wants to hold more space for community and love on community. But again, with the retrogrades, you may have moved too quickly and made a mistake. So this is not the time to do anything new in that way. It is the time for you to look and assess everything that you have and say, okay, this is how I can use this in a new way for me to work on what I've already been working on, expound on a vision that already exists. So let's get into your reading, Gemini. Whew, I am winded, baby. I am tired, honey. I am overwhelmed, my love, because this retrograde has been super heavy for me. If it has been equally as heavy for you, I'm going to recommend what I've been doing for myself, which is taking ginger and turmeric shots to revitalize my blood and my circulation so I can get going, because I feel lethargic and tired and unhappy, okay? So I need some fire energy, the fire energy of Sagittarius, so I'm drinking it this time around. I also ate a whole jalapeno yesterday, and my body was happy for it. My eyes burned a little bit. They were not pleased, but my whole body was thankful. So as I said, this is a general reading for Gemini. Sun, moon, rising, Venus, 10th house, Lilith, Chiron. And Gemini, you rule the third house of communication. So if you have a Gemini in the third house, this is for you as well. Of course, it's a general. Take what's for you, leave what's not. Links to everything that I do will be below. Ooh. Spirit, thank you. Share with me the messages for the Gemini collective. What do they need to know under the light of this? Do you want me to take it? Under the Sagittarius new moon, Gemini. What's the vibes for Gemini? I'm gonna leave that right there because it fell out sideways. Okay, thank you. 3 cups. 9 pentacles, wild card. 6 cups, sitting sideways. 10 cups, so that's the page of cups. And 9 bastos, 9 wands. Clarify the 9. First thing that's coming out for you, Gemini, is that there is something that is owed to you. There is something that is owed. Now, again, pay attention to the house that it sits in. If you have Gemini in the third house, this could be an apology that is owed to you, okay? King of Pentacles. Definitely a masculine energy coming out here. This is an interesting message. So it could be that someone owes you a debt or a favor from the past when you were young, and now you both have grown older and you still both remember that debt, and this person is coming back to repay you, because the Six of Cups is sitting like in a crossing way, like it's coming from the past. It's a past inheritance, or it's a past promise, or karmic energy, a past life kind of thing, right? This is not a new relationship or a new conversation. Even if you don't know that this thing is owed to you, let's say that it's an inheritance, because it seems like an unexpected windfall of a thing, unexpected windfall of information, unexpected windfall of money. And it's good news. It's good news. If it's money, it's a lot of money. If it's an inheritance, maybe it's a house, or a deed of some kind, land, property. If it's news, it could be a job offer, or a proposal, promotion, raise. And again, if it's not someone that you knew from young, or someone who you feel owes you, it's someone that you have been loyal to, is what I'm hearing. There's a loyalty that you're being rewarded for here, Gemini. A company you've worked for since you were young, and now they're recognizing you and giving you the honors and accolades that you deserve. What's the 3? Yeah, this feels like something that you have been cut off from before. Something that previously you did not have access to, or someone denied you. If it's an inheritance, maybe somebody said, no, you don't deserve that. You weren't written into the will. Actually, they meant all of their biological children with this person, and not their bastard children, or not their adopted children, or whatever it is. But there is, again, something hidden, something out of the blue, something in a clause somewhere. Maybe there's some fine print that you don't know about that is going to make things rule in your favor with this wild card, this 9 of Pentacles. What just fell? This 9 of Pentacles and this wild card. A lot of people don't read the wilds, but I do. And this king, yeah, this king fell twice. So it could be a father figure that left something behind. I feel very compelled to say your name is in a will somewhere. Check your father's side, your paternal side. Even if you didn't have a relationship with him, I feel like there's something that somebody knows that you're about to find out. And even if you don't, let's say this, even if you don't find out now, I know this doesn't feel helpful, but what Spirit is saying is that it is being untangled, right? As above, so below. So Spirit is doing what they need to do to make sure that the right people uncover the secret so that it gets to you eventually. So under the light of this new moon, what I would suggest to you, Gemini, is to do some investigative research if you can. If you have a relationship with your father, your father's family, start asking questions. What is there any inheritances, any property? And I mean, don't make it hot, you know, not like, is my name anywhere, but just ask, like, did we ever have land anywhere? Whatever happened to it, right? If we were to go back where we come from, do we know anybody? What did father say about such and such, such and such? You know, did they ever have a will or an estate or a trust? And also starting to have those conversations with your family if you haven't. But I feel like somebody knows something. You see how he's looking sneakily off to the left? Like, should I give this to them? Do they need to know? Do they deserve it? Are they going to find out? And this 9 of Wands here is ancestral energy to say, but your people's got you. They're going to make sure. They're not going to allow you to not get what's yours. So don't worry about that. So for some of you, remember it's a general. For some of you, you can expect some news. For others of you, I feel like there's this curiosity that has been bubbling up in you. And this is a confirmation for you if you've been thinking about this deeply. And you can sit under the light of an orange candle during this new moon and ask your ancestors of light who walk alongside you to guide you in the direction of your hidden abundance. That is the prayer that I would pray. Guide me in the light of my hidden abundance, that which has been promised to me that maybe I cannot yet see. reveal to me the wards or the keepers of the gates who possess this inheritance, or the people who know the information. And may they come to me softly, gently, without hesitation and without interruption, and deliver what is mine. Ashe, amen. Let me get a look. Jupiter. I cut the deck, and Jupiter, abundance. Sagittarius's parent is here. Yeah, this is a really juicy new moon for you, Gemini. Another way to work with this moon, given this message, is, again, to ask for the spirit of abundance to touch everything that you touch. And so if there is a project that you are working on, again, not starting anything new, it's something that has been sitting in your clutches, sitting in your drafts, this is the time to go back, review that, fall back in love with it, or get it out the way if you don't love it anymore. And it's a creative project, or, you know, a professional project, whatever you do. And it's been sitting there, right? You haven't revised it, you haven't added to it, you haven't taken away. Give it new eyes. Look at it again this week. And if you don't fall back in love with it, then delete it forever. It's taking up space on your hard drive and your Google Drive. You know, they make you pay for storage on everything these days, so we can't afford that. And let it house a new creation that you do love, that you are joyful of, that you are looking forward to share or to put your name on. But stop holding on to things that that just will collect dust in your life, in your mind, in your spirit, etc. Expand on what you have. Give me the final messages for Gemini under this new moon in Sagittarius. Whoa, okay. Very aggressive. Palace, Athena, Think, Vesta, Hearth, South Node, Pass, let it go. Imam, Coeli, Root, Pisces had that card. And Taurus, cultivates. Cultivate that which you already have. I see, root yourself in what you know to be true about yourself. And also root yourself in your curiosity so that you can find out what you don't know. Take the time to find out. Think about your past connections, past networks, past inheritances, past relationships in all ways. Did you get all your stimulus checks, right? Have you claimed all your money with the IRS? There's a thing called unclaimed funds. You can go on there and see if the state or the city owes you any money for anything. Unemployment money. There's something that is due to you, something that is owed to you. You have retrograde review on the bottom. On the top here, Capricorn, achieve. And Vesta, hearth. So this is definitely a message about what is important to you, finances, materials, resources. Again, check your chart, see where Sagittarius is sitting for you. But the message here is very clear that there is some new information that will find its way to you this week that will have something to do with your foundation, that will have something to do with the resources that are available to you and how they will expand and how your hearth will stay lit. And if you don't receive that message, know that those conversations are being had about you and for you, with you in mind. Your name is being brought up in rooms that you don't even realize, Gemini. So I hope that was helpful for someone. I'm going to leave it there. If it was, please do like, comment, subscribe, and share. Do me a favor and leave me a blue heart in the comments so that I know that you made it to the end. 2025 year ahead readings are available now. The early bird registration ends today. So at midnight EST, there will be no more early bird registration. You will have to pay the full price. And I promise you it's worth it. But should I not see you this year or this time around, I hope to see you in one of my spaces, one of my classes, one of my also building sessions, mediumship consultations, natal chart readings, which is a new offering. The Botanica will be shutting down, okay, come January 1. So the entire site is going to be 50% off. You don't need a code. It's just going to be like that. And yeah, I hope that you can get the things that you need. I love you so much, Gemini. Take care of yourself. Happy new moon in Sagittarius and happy December, babes. Peace.